Hi, today I'm going to show you a decentralized insurance example I've been working on. You can find the link in the description below. So the web app is hosted by Heroku and the server sleeps after 30 minutes of inactivity, so it may take a while for it to load, but once it loads, it should load pretty fast after that. So what is this decentralized application all about? Feel free to pause the video and read the description, but what I would say is that it's my personal opinion that the life insurance industry is highly inefficient, opaque, expensive, can be slow to react and adopt changes. It also requires a lot of trust to operate, and as a result, a lot of distrust as well. And somewhat related to that, it's overburdened with regulatory requirements. All in all, I think it means that the barrier to entry is very high. There is a lack of competition, innovation, and overall, I suppose, a poor value for money for arguably both investors and policyholders. So what I've been thinking is a more decentralized peer-to-peer system, and I built this prototype to articulate the idea of my thinking more than anything else. The application is deployed on the blockchain at this address, and you can use this site to get a visualization of what the Ethereum blockchain looks like. And you can see the smart contract code, which is compiled bytecode. You can also find the underlying Solidity code by going to my GitHub page. Now back to the blockchain view. The code can be found as compiled code on the blockchain, and it can be verified and inspected by anyone once it's verified, and also possibly decompiled to view the underlying code. All the transactions mined and events emitted by the code or the smart contract are also visible on the blockchain by anybody. So back to the web app. Now, the reason I chose to do the illustration with a life annuity product with a fixed term because I find it to require the least level of underwriting and Oracle data. But this prototype can actually be translated to many other applications like pension funds, universal credit, basically anything that involves a series of payments but contingent on some conditions, etc. The decentralized model has its own challenges, but I don't want to go into too much details just to keep the video short. Now, there are still potentially bugs within the smart contract code, which is another huge topic altogether. And there may be a lot of simplifications for this prototype, and one may also be dismissive and say that this will never work, which is absolutely fine. I mean, this is a very new area, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I hope I can at least trigger your interest in the alternatives out there with the use of new technology. I think a hybrid, more centralized model would be more realistic and achievable right now. And the real benefits are verifiable transparency for stakeholders like investors, policyholders, and regulators, improved efficiency through automation of the operations using smart contracts. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and you know where to find me. So back to the app. Using the MetaMask wallet, you can track the balance sheet in real time, and the product type is designed such that you can play the role of the investor, the policyholder, the admin, and the oracle. And you can read about some of these descriptions. And that's what I'm going to cover in the next video.